Alright, let me think. I want to talk about the MacArthur fight, the Kuhlman punch. Forget all that stuff. Let's get to the real issues. Should Tim Brent be one of the All-Star Game replacements?
You ready? Big news. What? Whoosh. Seriously?
No pigs yet.
What? What was he doing? Wow. Bring him on. Beautiful.
Leafs lose 6-4 to the Carolina Hurricanes. And it was extra fun for me because I was at Leafs TV uploading all the highlights and editing together the Game in 6 package. And the problem with the Game in 6 is it's 6 minutes. But it was an awesome action-packed game, so if you want to watch that pack or any of the highlights, underbar. This game was a duel between two goalies that not only have won the cup, but they were also Conn Smythe winners as well. And I'm sure both would like to have the game back. Maybe not Ward because he won, but Opening minute of the game. Has Dion Phaneuf been scoring this season? No. But does Phaneuf at any time still have the potential to wipe you off the face of the planet? Yes. Obliterating Tuomo Ruutu right at center ice, and you know what? Props to Ruutu for getting right back up. That was a huge hit. But it'd be the Hurricanes that strike first. Joe Corvo takes a harmless-looking shot, deflects right off Phaneuf's skate. Jaguar had no chance, and it's 1-0 Hurricanes. You can't just give goalies a carte blanche when there's a deflection. They should be able to stop some. But that's if it kind of changes direction, like This deflection was pretty big. So how do the Leafs respond? Clark MacArthur and Chad LaRose drop the gloves. Don't bring out the sword. No need for the sword, actually. MacArthur absolutely ragdolling LaRose. It's kind of refreshing when your leading scorer has that kind of capability, but I'd rather see him on the ice. But it seems to have done something because Thomas Caberlet ties the game up with maybe one of the ugliest goals the Leafs have scored this season. But the soft shot somehow sneaks in. Excuse me, just passing through. Tie game heading into the second. Let's stop for a second. What happened at the first intermission horn? A scrum ensues, and Nikolai Kuhlman and Tim Gleason start kind of giving each other little jabs and face washing each other. Uppercuts him, and Kuhlman is done for the game. Got him right on the nose. And I've heard the argument from a lot of people, well, Kuhlman shouldn't have been starting some. You saw he took a couple shots. Yeah, so did Gleason. Then he took his gloves off and clocked them. Well, they were shoving each other. Kuhlman should have known there was a fight coming. If that's the case, there should be a fight after almost every whistle. Forget not dropping the gloves. Kuhlman still had his stick. But you know what? Kuhlman probably should have defended himself a little better, been a little more aware. Differing opinions on it. Ron Wilson says it wasn't a sucker punch. Clark MacArthur saying it was disgusting. But hey, you gotta give Tim Gleason props for going after a heavyweight. Heading into the second, the Carolina Hurricanes are the only team to score. Some people think 2 goals, but only 1. First was the disallowed goal by Jeff Skinner. Like I said, I was at Leafs TV last night, and I got to watch this replay 100,000 times. And after the first bunch of times, I thought the puck was across the line. And I'm going through it frame by frame like, okay, yeah, you see, there's the puck, there it crosses the line, still across the, wait, it disappeared. I never did well in physics, but I don't think pucks evaporate. Make them pretty sturdy these days. I think what everyone saw was the shadow to Jaguar's pad, so inconclusive, no goal, right call. But not long after that, Jamie McBain with an amazing shot just cranks the goalpost and in. So close to being wide, but being close to being wide means being in. Looked like Jaguar was screened, doesn't matter, it's 2-1 Hurricanes. Third period with Phaneuf falling down, Brandon Sutter sneaks in front. Gazelle! Takes a majestic Bobby Orr-esque dive, scores, and it's 3-1 Hurricanes. Then the Leafs turn to sniper Timmy Brent. Yeah, what? Tim Brent coming in on Ward, backhand, and somehow beats Ward. It's 3-2. Then maybe the most beautiful goal of the game, Phaneuf huge slap pass from behind the Leafs net to Tim Brent at the red line. Brent comes in all alone, fakes the slap shot, dekes around Ward, scores, tie game. And call it a T-Pain because that was a short-handed goal. Tim Brent second of the game and third in 2 games. This is the second time this season Tim Brent has scored in back-to-back games. Last time being the first 2 games. Hurricanes come in on a partial 2-on-1. Caberlet the only man back. Jaguar not able to fully commit to the shooter Brandon Sutter. Sutter takes a shot that Jaguar probably should have had, and the Canes are up 4-3. But if you watch the replay, Schenn gets beat at the offensive blue line. MacArthur's there, and he's trying to get the puck. The guy watching this on the other side of the ice is Phil Kessel, just kind of seeing what happens. If just a second or 2 sooner he had said, uh-oh, we're in trouble, and skated back, he'd have had the other guy, allowing Jaguar to fully commit to Sutter. Just my opinion. Not long after that, Jeff Skinner gets his revenge on the disallowed goal. Huge deflection off Schenn's skate. Skinner takes advantage of the rebound, and it's 5-3 Hurricanes. Back the other way. Story of this game. Gunnarsson to Brent to Mike the Honey Badger Brown, his second of the season, and the Leafs are within 1 once again. First of all, Tim Brent with 30% of his points this season in this game. Second of all, last video I called Mike Brown a Honey Badger. Well, someone decided to make a mashup video. Check out that link in the underbar. Amazing. If you like Mike Brown fighting and eating snakes. Well, that's as close as the Leafs would get. Eric Colpott's the empty netter. Leafs lose 6-4, and another one where the Leafs could have got at least 1 point and they walk away with nothing. And instead of being 7 points behind the 9th place Carolina Carolina Hurricanes, the Leafs are now 11 points behind. And if the Leafs lose to the Lightning, instead of winning both games and being a potential 8 points behind Atlanta, the Leafs are back in double digits before the All-Star break. And a lot of people have already written the Leafs out of the playoffs, but it was probably not going to make it, not mathematically. But it's creeping ever closer to mathematically. So against the Lightning, it's been reported that James Reimer may get the start. Who do you think should start against the Lightning? I say play Reimer because if you called him up, play him. And what do you think is going to come of this whole situation? Because the Leafs can't carry 3 goalies forever. In my opinion, you'd assume that the oldest goalie with the expiring contract would be gone, but maybe not. And I mean, no offense to JS Garrett, but what do you, the fans, actually think the Leafs can get for JS? I've actually read people going, oh, we could get like a 2nd round pick. No, you can't. So then what? Well, that does it for me. The Leafs and Lightning are just hours away, so check out leafspace.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Steve_Dangle. Check out stevedangle.com. And there's like 15 billion links in the underbar, so check those out too. Can we have a honey badger for a pet?